Division among CARICOM countries at the OAS over Venezuela yet again. Our top story in Caribbean Newsline for Thursday, March 28th. From the CMC News Center in Bridgetown, I'm Dawn Paris. Good evening. CARICOM countries are again split on another matter related to the ongoing crisis in Venezuela. The Bahamas, Haiti, Jamaica, and St. Lucia, four of the countries whose leaders last week met with United States President Donald Trump, on Wednesday voted in favor of an Organization of American States OAS resolution critical of the leadership of President Nicolas Maduro in Venezuela. Guyana, which was not invited to the Trump meeting, joined the four in voting in favor of the resolution that said Venezuela's closure of its borders with Brazil and Colombia has in fact prevented the population, especially the most vulnerable, from obtaining food, medicine, medical treatment, and educational opportunities. Antigua and Barbuda and St. Vincent and the Grenadines voted against the resolution that was adopted by the Permanent Council of the OAS, while Barbados, Belize, St. Kitts Nevis, Suriname, and Trinidad and Tobago abstained. Dominica and Grenada were absent at the time of the vote. This is the second time CARICOM countries have been at odds at the OAS on the issue of Venezuela, as the United States and its allies pushed to get President Maduro from office and replaced by opposition leader Juan Guaido, who has declared himself interim president. In January, they were split in a vote on a resolution to not recognize Maduro's second five-year term in office. But since that vote, CARICOM had adopted a unified position on the matter, insisting on non-interference in the internal affairs of Venezuela. Well, CARICOM has hit back at the European Union for its recent blacklisting of some of its member states. A statement issued by the CARICOM Secretariat said the revised list, which was issued earlier this month, is a renewed attack on the economic prospects of member states. The EU has listed Barbados, Belize, Bermuda, Dominica, and Trinidad and Tobago as non-cooperative tax jurisdictions. It also placed 7 other CARICOM member states on a monitoring list as their governments committed to undertake reforms by December of this year. These are Antigua and Barbuda, the Bahamas, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, Anguilla, the British Virgin Islands, and the Cayman Islands. But CARICOM says the inclusion of the regional countries on the blacklist is grossly misleading and misrepresents the response of its members since the initial listing in December 2017. It says it is becoming apparent that the EU's actions are designed to destroy the region's financial sector as it seeks to build economic resilience. Dominica's Prime Minister Roosevelt Scarlett on Thursday made another appeal to the international community to assist small island developing states, SIDS, in dealing with the impact of climate change. Addressing the UN's Climate and Sustainable Development for All meeting, Scarlett said the survival of SIDS still remains in jeopardy.
Despite our social, economic, and environmental risks, vulnerabilities, and precarious positions in the macro global framework, international rules compel small island developing states like mine and those of my Caribbean brothers and sisters to compete with and on the same terms as the world's largest economies. The confluence of these factors, when combined with the impacts of climate change, has placed many SIDS at risk of not achieving the SDGs. Indeed, our very survival is in jeopardy.
Scarlett said the global community must take decisive action to support SIDS, and in that regard, the Dominican leader made several suggestions.
The first is for the development of a well-defined financing instrument for SIDS with uncomplicated procurement and reporting processes aimed at catalyzing the rollout of blue and green economy activities. This would also be geared at enabling the implementation of the SDGs and facilitating adaptation and mitigation in respect of climate change impacts. I make this call even while saluting the work of the Green Climate Fund.
One of SCARET's other proposals was for the creation of a mechanism for countries of the Global South to share knowledge, best practices, low-carbon technologies, and the services of national experts to find solutions to the common problems of climate change and development. The Prime Minister had earlier told the conference that following the September 2017 passage of Hurricane Maria, which resulted in damage estimated at 224% of GDP, Dominica was now on an upward path to development. Saying that the island had defied the odds, SCARET noted that the Economic Commission for Latin America and the Caribbean has predicted that the Dominican economy will grow by 9% this year. The Caribbean Court of Justice, CCJ, will meet on Friday for a case management conference regarding the appeals filed against the decision by the Guyana Court of Appeal that invalidated the no-confidence motion passed against the government last December. The CCJ, which is Guyana's highest court, said the conference will deal with the two appeals filed by opposition leader Barrett Jagdeo and attorney-at-law Christopher Ram on the issue. The conference will be used to check documents as well as get agreements from all the parties and then set a date for hearing of the appeal. Both Jagdeo and Ram, through their attorneys, are asking the CCJ to throw out last Friday's ruling by the Court of Appeal and restore the validity of the no-confidence motion passed on December 21, 2018. Jagdeo also wants the court to declare that 33 votes constitute a majority within the meaning of the Constitution when it comes to a no-confidence motion, and not 34, as two of the three judges in the Court of Appeal had ruled. Meantime, President David Granger is denying that business is on the decline as a result of the political situation, and he's not impressed with a statement by the Private Sector Commission and its affiliates that political uncertainty is gripping the country as it awaits the CCJ ruling. We get more from Newsroom Guyana's Fariza Hanif.
Speaking for the first time to reporters since the Court of Appeal ruled that the December 21st no-confidence motion was not validly passed, President David Granger described the private sector's analysis of the political situation as a misperception.
There's no chaos or confusion or crisis in the political situation. Everything that has happened since the 21st of December has been logical, and on the part of the government, it has been within the framework of the law. I do not know how valid that perception is, but as far as I'm concerned, the government has done nothing to engender any disorder or any despair in the business community.
The Georgetown Chamber of Commerce and Industry, GCCI, in a statement Wednesday, reiterated its initial position regarding the effect of political uncertainty on the level of economic activity. On Monday, the Chamber's President Nicholas Boyer said that with the current political climate, businesses cannot plan ahead, with general and regional elections looming. But President Granger said the perception of the private sector is unfortunate. The GCCI has written to the President and Opposition Leader Barrett Jagdeo seeking a meeting to discuss the issues faced by the business community.
I will meet them, I will meet the Private Sector Commission, I will meet any group, as long as I'm in the country to do so. And assure them that everything we've done has been, been open, transparent, and in accordance with the law. We used our legal right to go to the appeal court, and I understand from the newspapers the opposition is using their legal right to go to the CCJ. That's not crisis, that's not confusion. So I don't think that the perception that you've mentioned, you've spoken to me about, is a valid perception, and we will continue trying to do our best to give the people of Guyana good government and a good life.
In February this year, 2 months after a no-confidence motion was passed against the government, the GCCI said it conducted a study which found that over 50% of the city's businesses are seeing a decline in commercial activity.
Still to come in Caribbean Newsline, Liat forced to cancel flights because of unscheduled maintenance on some of its planes. We'll be back after the break.
Don't jump up to this non-stop turn and twist.
What up, it's your boy French Montana.
It's me, Smokey Robinson.
It's your boy David Doe.
Hi, I'm Elame.
This is Buju Banton, and I'll be performing live with the Shiloh Band in St. Kitts Music Festival.
Don't miss the 23rd Annual St. Kitts Music Festival, June 26th to June 30th, 2019. Featuring Buju Banton, Smokey Robinson, Popcorn, and Elame. Also, Davido, French Montana, Fimba, Edwin Yearwood, and Crossfire. Coco T, Skinny Fabulous, Shal Marshall, Charlie Black, Farmer Nappy, Nadia Batson, Infamous, New Vibes Band, and many, many more. It will be epic. It will be mind-blowing. It will be jaw-dropping. It will be awesome. The Think It's Music Festival, an experience like no other. For more information and to buy tickets, log on to www.thinkitsmusicfestival.com.
Hurt a little bit, but it must break. Hold on to your shit. Oh no, we're ready for the feeling. No, we're never gonna be let down. No, we're ready for you, and nobody can tell me now. I'm waiting.
Like this now, them watching me like Netflix. Now leave them in the silence. Them wait for me to bring the vibes. Jamaican people.
I mean, you guys gotta be careful. I'm not, like, again, I appreciate the work. I see what you guys are doing, and I think it's beautiful and amazing. But there's also a double-edged sword to it because, okay, if you're doing so much work and you have to catalog your work, and for that reason, you're probably not cataloging your work, or no one has told you to catalog your work. So when an opportunity comes in, and it happened many times, I'll be on a set, we're on the same set.
Regional carrier Liat on Wednesday announced several flight cancellations. The Antigua-based airline says it is running a reduced schedule due to unexpected maintenance on 2 of its aircraft. In a statement issued by Chief Executive Officer Julie Reefer-Jones, she said the unscheduled maintenance would see the aircraft out of service for several days, and several adjustments therefore had to be made to the flight schedule. She sought to reassure passengers that this will not affect their Easter travel plans, as the airline has already put in place adequate arrangements for this peak travel period. Stressing that the safety and comfort of passengers was the top priority for the company, the Liat CEO said the airline was working to resume its full flight schedule by next week. The cancelled flights are 374 from Barbados to St. Lucia, 375 from St. Lucia to Barbados, 337 from Barbados to Grenada, 338 from Grenada to Barbados, 769 from Barbados to St. Vincent, and 770 from St. Vincent to Barbados. In the Bahamas, there's growing concern about safety in schools following the fatal stabbing of one student by another at a junior high school this week. Parents say they're concerned about the level of violence at the country's educational institutions. We get more in this report from ZNS Network News.
School officials hung a wreath on the school's campus to signify the loss of one of their own. And some of the 700 students who attend the school filed in. We had an opportunity to speak to Principal Andrew Dean.
We provide a safe environment here on campus. Like I said, unfortunately, this incident would have taken place off our campus. It saddens me that students would resolve their conflicts in a violent way, but that's something as a society as a whole that we need to deal with. Well, the police was there, and that's something that they need to monitor more closely while students are dismissed out on the streets.
Officials and students are still in shock over the death of 9th grader Perry Louis at the hands of another student from another school. For Janet DeVoe, she feels more intervention by parents is needed.
My daughter been in the same situation before. We had to come to the school to deal with it because she's been bullied by little girls, ganging her and stuff, and we had to put a stop to it by making them to become friends. We went to the meeting, and we put them together, and we made them hug to them, and it became a better thing for them.
Now, while our cameras were not allowed on the school campus to film any of the assembly, we did have an opportunity to speak to the education minister following the sessions.
These students are traumatized. I had the privilege and honor to sit and speak with the young men and women who were witnesses of this very tragic and unfortunate event. Witnesses. And they are overwhelmed and overcome with emotion, as you would expect.
Students could be heard weeping. Some of them were visibly shaken as they passed through the foyer in tears. Grief counselors and police officers were present on the campus, but it's unclear if student searches have been discontinued, as our news team didn't see any taking place when students entered the campus.
Several Caribbean countries have this year implemented bans on single-use plastics and styrofoam products, and businesses across the region have since rolled out plant-based products that are more environmentally friendly as replacements. But one company in Grenada is taking it a step further and says it's producing products that are more suitable to Caribbean tastes while protecting the environment. We get the details in this GBN News report.
Green Habits is the distributor of a wide range of eco-friendly, biodegradable and compostable products. According to the company's social media manager, Denise Toussaint, they heard the cries of consumers, and as a result, they have decided to provide food boxes that will fit the Caribbean lifestyle as it relates to the types of foods prepared.
It's not really the products that are being supplied here on island. It's just that the products are not made for our market. So these products are made for Europe, Asia, and the American markets, and their foods are very different to ours. So what tends to happen is that you bring these products here and you put it in our foods. We love our rice and peas, we love our oil dough, and these foods have a lot of gravy and they do not stand the test. So these products become very flimsy, and so you have people complaining.
Toussaint said the company has been conducting ongoing research to find the best biodegradable products to help ease the frustration by consumers. She added that all the biodegradable food boxes are made from plant materials.
We also have this product here, which is our palm leaf tableware. So these are made from palm leaf. Everything that we produce are plant-friendly, made from plants, good for the environment, and we would just like the public to give biodegradable another chance.
According to Toussaint, the feedback from customers thus far has been overwhelming, and the products have been tried and tested to ensure that they will stand the test of Grenada's food and culture.
Ahead in sport, a legendary former Windies captain ecstatic with the change in leadership at Cricket West Indies. Stay with us.
I keep on riding till I feel it. I'm trusting like a wolf. But you can't blame me for trying. You know I'd be lying, saying you're the one.
Girl, you're giving me signs, and you tell me you don't want me. Can you make up your mind? Pretty girl, you're taking your time. Why you do me like this? You know me loving your one.
Check it. Pull up. Yo, what up, Neff?
See, this is Harlem, these eyes streets.
Don't jump up to this non-stop turn and twist.
What up, it's your boy French Montana.
It's me, Smokey Robinson.
It's your boy David Doe.
Hi, I'm Elme.
This is Buju Banton, and I'll be performing live with the Shiloh Band in St. Kitts Music Festival.
Don't miss the 23rd Annual St. Kitts Music Festival, June 26th to June 30th, 2019. Featuring Buju Banton, Smokey Robinson, Popcorn, and Elme. Also, Davido, French Montana, Fimba, Edwin Yearwood and Crossfire, Coco T, Skinny Fabulous, Charles Marshall, Charlie Black, Farmer Nappy, Nadia Batson, Infamous, New Vibes Band, and many, many more. It will be epic. It will be mind-blowing. It will be jaw-dropping. It will be awesome. The St. Kitts Music Festival, an experience like no other. For more information and to buy tickets, log on to www.stkitsmusicfestival.com.
Legendary former Windies captain Clive Lloyd says he is deliriously happy with Ricky Skerritt's selection to the post of Cricket West Indies president. The 74-year-old, who had publicly endorsed Skerritt for the top spot, said the CWI needed someone with the former St. Kitts and Nevis government minister's qualities to protect cricket's precious heritage in the Caribbean and to also oversee the Windies' resurgence internationally. Lloyd said, quote, "The point is, the presidency is something you have to believe in. You have to believe our cricket is very important. Two of our most important institutions in the West Indies are our cricket and the University of the West Indies. Those two things have worked well in the past and can continue to work well in the future. We need to have people with clear thinking and who will want to improve our sports, and I'm talking about sports in general. Cricket is probably just one of the main things, but we have a lot of talented people in the West Indies, end quote. Lloyd said he now hopes to see cricket development that incorporates the use of the academy and the universities throughout the region. Scarrett defeated Dave Cameron in the CWI elections held last Sunday in Jamaica. West Indies all-rounder Andre Russell once again put his phenomenal powers on display, smashing a cameo and then snapping up a brace of wickets to lift Kolkata Knight Riders KKR to their second win in as many matches. They secured a 28-run victory over Chris Gayle's Kings 11 Punjab as action in the Indian Premier League continued on Wednesday. Sent in at Eden Gardens, KKR piled up 218 for 4 off their 20 overs, with Robin Uthappas top scoring with an unbeaten 67 of 50 deliveries, and Nitish Rana getting an exhilarating 63 from 34 balls. Russell arrived late to blast a sensational 48 off a mere 17 balls, handing KKR the up-tempo type of finish they required. In reply, Kings 11 ended on 190 for 4, with South African David Miller leading with 59 from 40 deliveries, and Mayank Agarwal chipping in with 58 off 34 balls. The pair shared a crucial 74 for the fourth wicket. Mandeep Singh struck a quick-fire 33 not-out off 15 balls in a 56-run unbroken fifth wicket stand with Miller in a failed attempt to get Kings 11 over the line. The football fraternity in Trinidad and Tobago has been plunged into mourning following the loss of its Pro League boss. TV6's Sergio Dufour tells us more.
Richard Thackeray was born on June 22, 1947, but the country would come to know him for being a stellar football administrator and a pioneer for young, talented footballers in his senior years. His devotion to club football at Rangers was unparalleled. He started with youth teams between 1978 and 1980 and saw the transition from youth football to the Savannah, then to semi-pro and professional. At the start of the Pro League, he developed a lifelong relationship with former director at Rangers, Richard Piper.
Richard was not only my business partner, but a mentor to me in life. He was like a father figure or brother to me. And his sudden passing has still have me numb as we speak.
As chairman of the TT Pro League, Thackeray was not pleased with the support the league has gotten over the years, but was often optimistic of a change. He will be remembered as a fighter. His drive towards keeping Rangers alive was testament throughout several transitions, from Superstar Rangers to St. Anne's Rangers, to MICIT St. Anne's Rangers, and now to Terminix St. Anne's Rangers. Thackeray's dream was to see Rangers rise to the CONCACAF Champions League, and despite not being able to see it through, he can forever rest at 71, knowing that he nurtured players from the then strike squad in Clayton Morris to the national team now in Sean De Silva.
And finally, sport officials in Guyana are expecting the country's athletes to make record-breaking performances when they compete in next month's Carifta Games in the Cayman Islands. In this report from Isan Griffith of Capital News, we hear that Guyana will be sending its largest ever contingent to the regional tournament.
Association of Guyana received much needed support from the government of Guyana through the National Sports Commission to help assist the athletes to participate in the Carifta Games next month in Cayman Islands. The undisclosed sum was presented to the AG this morning by Director of Sports Christopher Jones in the presence of Minister of Social Cohesion Dr. George Norton and other officials of the ministry.
I am particularly looking forward to great performances from all of the athletes, but I want to single out persons like Miss Skeet from Region 10. Also, we have Adriel, who is going to medal certainly in the 800, and Mr. Pilou, who is in the 100 meters dash. And, you know, we've got Princess in the long jump. And these are athletes that we are looking forward to them medaling at the highest level. It is good that we can have this kind of optimism with our athletes, and we hope that this trend will continue over the years.
Immediately after this simple ceremony, Mr. Aubrey Hudson, they are going to pay for their tickets
for the athletes. This is part and parcel of the government's commitment to the development of sports in Guyana. Of course, they are as well swimming, a team of swimmers who will be heading to the Carifta Games, and very shortly that check will be handed over to them. And as we speak currently at the Cliff Anderson Sports Hall, there is the international table tennis tournament that is being had. And of course, a significant contribution has been made from the government of Guyana through the Department of National Sports Commission.
Guyana is sending a contingent of over 20 athletes to the Carifta Games, which is the largest Guyana has sent to the Games. AG President Aubrey Hudson said he expects the team to do well at the championships.
The team will leave here on the night of the 17th, arriving in the Cayman Islands on the 18th. Hopefully that, well, our route so far selected is through Miami into Cayman Islands. We have a very, very strong contingent of athletes who are going to represent Guyana. We're not in the participatory mode anymore. We're in the competitive mode. And we expect, from what we're seeing Princess Brown doing and other athletes, as a matter of fact, we're hoping to set a new Carifta record in the javelin throw, female javelin on the 17th. So we have a lot of great athletes who are doing great things at home, and all they need to do is emulate those performances or improve on them at Carifta. And trust me, Guyana really and truly will be proud of this current team that's going out there.
And that's the sport. We'll be right back.
Their championship match last fall at Sonoma was epic. The champ, now 5-time title holder Scott Dixon, doing everything needed, running second in the race to hold off the challenger Alexander Rossi. Rossi, with 3 wins on the season, had to fight back from early adversity.
Rossi finds himself sliding back here.
He put on a grand charge from the back of the field, coming up just short.
Again, the major developments of this day. CARICOM countries split on another resolution at the OAS related to the ongoing crisis in Venezuela. And in sport, legendary former Windies captain Clive Lloyd ecstatic with the election of Ricky Skerritt as president of Cricket West Indies. And that's Caribbean Newsline. For news and sport around the clock, subscribe to CanadaNews.com. And for more programming, log on to CaribVision.tv and check out our YouTube channel. We'll be back here again tomorrow. But from all of us at CMC News, thank you for watching and have yourselves a good night.